if what you're doing isn't working, you either need to change what you're doing or you need to change what you're doing. Do you see the difference there?
Hit me with that again.
Either change what you're doing,
okay,
or change what you're doing. So to break that out, either sell more and create more income on your commission, or maybe you need to go work at the grocery store and get another job where you're getting the income that you need for your family. So either change what you're doing, the activity in your business to generate income, or change what you're doing and maybe you need to head in a different career field. Been friends for over 20 years. We've talked about a lot of things. We've gone through a lot of things together. And we have seen friends and family, we've gone through difficult things, we've made mistakes. And really the idea behind the Lifeguards is that we would be able to hopefully help you learn from our mistakes. And so I'm going to share a little bit today about a mistake that I made. It was a variety of mistakes that kind of added up to get me and my wife and my family into a very bad situation. So we're going back probably 15 years, I'm going to say now, but I was in a commission-based job. We owned our home. We had a few kids at the time, I think 3 kids at the time. And anyways, work was going very poorly for me. And if any of you guys out there or ladies are in a commission-based job, you sometimes just, you'll put something on your credit card thinking, next month it's going to get a little bit better, and it'll get a little bit better, and you have good months and you have bad months. Unfortunately for me, the bad months were starting to accumulate, and it even got to a point where I started paying my mortgage with my credit card. Now, if any of you listen to Dave Ramsey, that's not on his tip list to pay your mortgage with your credit card.
That's not baby step one.
It's not baby step anything. But I knew I probably shouldn't be doing that, but I was doing it. And actually, someone around that time had been saying to me on multiple occasions, if what you're doing isn't working, you either need to change what you're doing or you need to change what you're doing. Do you see the difference there?
Hit me with that again.
Either change what you're doing, or change what you're doing. So to break that out, either sell more and create more income on your commission, or maybe you need to go work at the grocery store and get another job where you're getting the income that you need for your family. So either change what you're doing, the activity in your business to generate income, or change what you're doing and maybe you need to head in a different career field. Now, I was a little bit slow, so I didn't actually intentionally make any of those decisions myself, but someone else, my dad actually, he has his own business and he offered me some work to help him for a little while. So it was an opportunity to make some income, so I began to do that. I should just say, so let me just go back 1 second here. I was paying my mortgage with my credit card until I had maxed out my credit card, and then I just stopped paying my mortgage altogether for a period of time. I don't recommend this. So learn from my mistakes. Let me pay your stupid tax for you. If you thought that was a good idea to pay your mortgage with your credit card and then just stop paying your mortgage, it's not a good idea. So this went on for a period of a couple months, I believe, until I started making some more income and I was able to start paying off my mortgage and paying my credit cards. And so it got to a point where now I was starting to generate some more income because I had kind of made a career change at that point. Unintentionally, it kind of had just happened, not because of my own wisdom, my own stupidity. I may have just kept digging that hole bigger and bigger and bigger. But we got to the point where now we were starting to make some income. And I do remember actually reading a Dave Ramsey book at that time. And one of the first baby steps was save $1,000. And
emergency fund.
An emergency fund. And so before paying off any credit cards or anything like that, just save $1,000. And it was amazing. I kind of like poo-pooed it like, oh, okay, sure, that's baby step number 1. But, I think I should really be paying my Visa instead.
Paying off your credit card that was paying for your mortgage?
Exactly.
You wanted to hit that first?
Exactly.
I'd love to know the interest between the house payment interest plus the credit card payment interest, and then you stop paying the mortgage. Maybe another episode you can share.
I have to.
I'd love to share some. I'd love to hear some of the analytics of those numbers. I'm sure I'm sure our viewers or listeners would love to hear that.
This is shameful. But anyways, it is what it is, and it's what happened. So what I was going to say, though, is saving $1,000 was a game changer.
Yeah.
You need a brake job on your car, your washing machine blows up, some appliance breaks. $1,000 gets you out of, to make up some statistics, 99% of any problem that you're going to have. $1,000 will take care of it. So it was amazing, the emotional freedom that came, knowing that I would not have to use my credit card. And I didn't see it coming, but $1,000 made a big difference. So I actually remember a time that my wife and we were sitting on the couch and we were praying together, and we were like, Lord, we don't have any more money. We don't know what to do. And I don't think it was that day, but a couple days later, we found $200 someone had left us in our mailbox in an envelope. And and the thing about that incident is, it wasn't like I was a missionary or anything and like asking people for money. I was just a dumb guy. I was just a guy that was too dumb to make a career change when I had to make a career change. But it showed me, as a believer in Jesus, God was watching out for us. And to have miscellaneous random, I don't know how many people have had envelopes of cash just mysteriously show up in their mailbox. Probably not too many. So it was kind of a reinforcement for us that God still had his eyes on us and was looking out. So it encouraged our faith. So we got to the point where we had saved up $1,000, and we were able to start. The next step was to start paying off credit cards. We had let a credit card line of credit car loan at the time, and so we just started paying off the smallest one, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Eventually, we were able to pay off and work our way totally out of all that debt and get completely out of debt except for our mortgage, which we were able to pay again, and we continued paying that. And then we went through a situation. We were parked on the side. Our car was parked on the side of the road on a winter day. In Canada, we get winters with ice and snow. I know you're from South Carolina and that you don't get a lot of that down there, but we get that. And this guy came down the road, spun out, and I was parked in a line of cars. He spun out, smashed my car, and missed the car in front of me and hit the car in front of them. So he hit every other car for a little spell, and our car was written off from that. So a friend of mine said to me, well, so are you going to get a new car? And I'm like, I don't have enough money saved to buy a new car. He says, well, what, are you going to just borrow some money and buy a new car? And I was like, if I can help it, I will never borrow any money ever again. And so we went without a car for a while till we had saved up. We got an insurance settlement on the car getting written off. And we were able to save up and buy another vehicle. But all that to say, we went from paying off our credit card paying off our mortgage with our credit card to stop paying off our mortgage to now saving up. And on the financial, this was over a period of probably 5 to 6 years, I'm going to say, that this whole process took. And so I just want to say, if you are a dad if you're a family out there right now that is overwhelmed in debt and you don't see a way out, let me just encourage you that there is a way to get out of that, and you don't have to have that hopelessness and that sick feeling in your gut when you go to bed at night, or when you know that your mortgage is going to come up on Friday and you are, in the red in your bank account. You can get through this. You can work your way out of it. You can make this happen. But you might have to change some things. So if what you're doing isn't working, you either need to change what you're doing, or you need to change what you're doing. And, Dave Ramsey look up Dave Ramsey's stuff. He's got tons of ideas on how to do that, whether that means getting a job as a pizza delivery driver or just finding a way to make a little bit of extra income and working your way out of that pit that you might have dug financially. So be encouraged by that it's not hopeless and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel if you will make the changes necessary in your life to get you to that new spot. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We super appreciate it. If you want to hear more of our stories and kind of see what's going on with the Lifeguards, you can find us online at thelifeguards.net, and we'd appreciate hearing from you. We're also on Facebook and Instagram at The Lifeguards. What else do we have, Rye?
YouTube. Yeah, thelifeguards.net. And we're just very thankful for the opportunity to be able to share and just hopefully give a little bit of information and encouragement and hope and humor and just talk about life. So if there's particular topics you'd love to hear, we would love to hear from you about what those are, so we can include those in future episodes. Yeah, we're just here to serve you guys. So any way we can do that, please let us know.